Now, from your local news leader, this is 6 News.
It's kind of like the Oscars, the Emmys, or the Golden Globes of everything car. This time last year, Governor Snyder was right here at the Capitol discussing budget priorities for education and road work. I'm actually a block away from Phelps Street where the standoff is actually occurring behind me. And I'm here to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, check out the good behind me. This fire is under investigation, and Mother Nature is about to unleash a whole new headache this season. We spoke to a few of the first customers in line, and they've been here since 2 a.m. Within 6 feet. That's a lot of snow.
Car of the Year award. 6 News with its eyes and ears at the show. Our own Francesca Amiker live gearing up for the big announcement. Francesca.
Guys, we are less than an hour away from the big announcement for the big Car of the Year. Now, this is a big day for General Motors and Lansing as well. And I'll tell you why. Because the Lansing-made Cadillac CTS is actually in the running for Car of the Year. Now, judging. Let's talk about judging real quick. They're going to be judging these cars on price, comfort, style, and fuel efficiency. And if the Cadillac CTS is up there as much as the Cadillac ATS was, then it will definitely be a shoo-in for a big win. Also, the competition is very, very stiff. It's up against the Mazda 3 and Chevrolet's Stingray, but of course people have been here since 10 p.m. last night, and it's like an award season atmosphere, and there's lots of energy in the air, and we'll be bringing you the latest. I'll be taking pictures all morning long while I'm here at the Cobo Center live in Detroit. Francesca Amiker, 6 News.
Multiple police agencies are on the scene right now near downtown Langsburg trying to get a handle on what officers are calling a standoff situation. Morning reporter Francesca Amiker is live on the scene. Francesca, what do we know right now?
Evan, I'm actually a block away from Phelps Street where the standoff is actually occurring behind me. Now, I just spoke with Shiawassee Sheriff, and they tell me that around 1:30 this morning, a neighbor heard gunshots go off in this next door neighbor's home. And when police arrived, they saw a man sitting in the chair with a rifle. Now, this man actually has a history with Langsburg police, and so they needed backup. They called MSP as well as Shiawassee County. No one is at home with the man. No one has been hurt at this time. Good morning, Siobhan. Got your road condition forecast here. We've been out here for a couple of hours, and as you can see behind me, cars are actually taking it pretty slow, but it's pretty smooth out here compared to the conditions of the roads that was about a couple of hours ago. Now, the main roads, the express roads, those are a little bit more clear, but still, we have that chunky, slushy snow still near side streets. Now, this is kind of what Jake was talking about in terms of all the wind that's here. This is actually what the wind's doing. This is what you're going to see on your commute as that wind's blowing. So you're going to want to take your time, be very careful.
I'm going to need winter and this snowy roads to put in their 2 weeks notice because this is awful out here. I finally made it back towards the Capitol. I'm actually driving right now on Michigan Avenue and Grand Avenue. As you can see, we have a few more cars on the road. I spoke to Lansing Dispatch, and they say that a lot of cars have been being reported as having slide-offs. But the biggest thing that they're noticing is that cars are going through intersections and not giving themselves enough time to slow down on the brakes. So they're sliding right through it, and that's where the fender benders are occurring. So you're going to want to just go slow the entire commute.
Good morning, Siobhan. Good morning, Evan. This time last year, Governor Snyder was right here at the Capitol discussing budget priorities for education and road work. And this year, he's introducing some new topics. Here at Lansing Community College, students are able to learn so many skills that are in high demand, from building houses to plumbing services, even welding. The elf is so easy that almost anyone can do it. It's kind of like riding a bicycle. Once you get on it, you won't forget. Now that's what I call going green in orange. Yesterday, the residents of Life O'Reilly Park received notice that they had 10 days to vacate the property, and just before 3 a.m. this morning, a fire breaks out. One of the best techniques to use in self-defense is the palm strike. Ron says striking in sensitive areas like your ears, nose, and eyes is a good way to stop the attack. And the manager tells us the fans better hurry in quick because this 2014 Rose Bowl championship gear is going to be flying off the shelf as their #1 seller. Today is what businesses are calling Brown Thursday, and early this morning at 6 a.m., more than 100 customers lined up here at Kmart to get the deals. We spoke to a few of the first customers in line, and they've been here since 2 a.m. And Mother Nature is about to unleash a whole new headache this season, flooding. And officials are urging Michiganders to not only watch out for flooding and collapsed roofs, but to also look out for clogged drains. Those are the shots that ended a 10-hour-long standoff between a Lansing man and police earlier today. Just after 1 a.m., a neighbor heard gunshots in this home and dialed 911.
My deputies responded initially and actually saw the subject in the house with a rifle sitting in a chair, and then backed off. And since that time, we've just maintained a perimeter.
A perimeter that called for dozens of police, a negotiator, and even the man's father. But after no progress in talking the man out, police were forced to ram the home. That's when he came outside with his rifles and fired at state police.
They followed their proper procedures until the state police was actually fired upon. So therefore, we actually stood on by. We notified additional neighbors of the situation, and the state police was allowed to, they shot the armed man, and he was taken to the hospital.
Neighbors say the man kept to himself and had a run-in with the law just last year.
Earlier this summer, Lansing PD reached his house and took him for psych eval and took all of his firearms away from him, but they must have missed one.
Michigan State Police are now processing the scene and say they're just glad that no one was killed. In Lansing, francesca.c.amiker, 6 News. Lansing during the fall, filled with colors of all hues, oranges, reds, and even yellows. But this month, a new color graced the town's trees, teal. And lots of it. But why? And from who? When Michigan native Colleen Westerman found out she had ovarian cancer, she was devastated.
My usual first reaction is anger. I was mad. I was mad that I didn't get in front of it. I had tried hard to do that, and I had failed. But what I came to learn was that I didn't really fail. I got in early, and the treatments have been very good.
Colleen Westerman is now a survivor of ovarian cancer. A cancer that more than 20,000 women are diagnosed with each year. A cancer that kills 14,000 women yearly. But to Colleen, it's not just about her story. She hopes to spread awareness.
Because I know there's going to be other women who are going to find out the same awful news that I did. And I'm hoping that if they have to go through it, that they catch it earlier and that their chances are better.
Soon enough, the one-woman army began turning the whole town teal, tree after tree, all for the sake of awareness.
If I can help one woman, I'm happy. I hope to help more, but that's really my goal. I would love to see so much teal in this city, and where people just walk by or drive by and think, wow, that is just beautiful. And actually, what does that mean? What does all that beauty represent? And then learn from it.
Orange, yellow, red, and teal, bringing a new definition to the colors of fall. In Lansing, francesca.c.amiker, 6 News. It looks like a vehicle from the future, and it's zipping around the streets of Lansing. But what exactly is it? And who's in it?
It takes a while to get anywhere in this thing because people are like, wait, what is that? Show me, tell me.
And Yvonne LaFave has the entire state wondering what she's driving, as she's the first person in Michigan to own the Elf.
They wanted it to be electric, lightweight, and fun. Hence, Elf.
Hoping to leave a small carbon footprint on Earth, Yvonne hasn't driven in a car since 1990. But in June of this year, she found her perfect match with the Elf.
It was a solar-powered electric assist vehicle. It was like the perfect green machine.
A green machine with a motor that goes up to 20 miles per hour with the assistance of solar and battery power, turning signals and foot pedals, so no need for the gym.
The Elf is so easy that almost anyone can do it. It's kind of like riding a bicycle. Once you get on it, you won't forget. Now that's what I call going green in orange.
But there's one sight that Lansing won't forget, and that's Yvonne pedaling in the streets in her bright orange Elf. She even plans to keep on pedaling in the snow.
You know, it's still a little cold, but for the most part, I'm planning to keep riding it.
In Lansing, francesca.c.amiker, 6 News.